Hey guys, I'm Ren and here's my little guide on how to glow up in 2024. So honestly, this is just all my opinion, what I've noticed, and how I myself have tried to do to glow up, and they've all worked. I'll get right into the video. Just a general tip you'll want to implement this year is to limit your phone usage. Just yesterday, I didn't save the video, but it's on Instagram, and it was saying how if you spend about 3 hours a day in this coming year, you'll end up spending 53 days on your phone. That's literally over a month. That's a month and a half on your phone. I felt just so disgusting after because my screen time is about 5 to 6 hours. That's literally 90 days on my phone just on Instagram. Like, how boring is that? So my goal is to just go to 2 hours a day. I'm so tired, I feel gross, and it's just like a general thing that everyone should work at. So number one, that was just like a little preamble. But number one is to get more active. Okay, so you're probably thinking, oh, I don't want to get out of my bed. Okay, well, how do you feel if I told you that getting up even every just hour, just walking around the house, makes you feel so much better and productive? For me, I feel like when I just sit in my bed all day, it's like such a bad, just gross feeling. I don't feel good. I feel just like sloth-like, lazy. So for me, what I found helpful when I was really trying to lose weight and get into shape was to walk for 20 minutes to half an hour every day. And so I did this for about a month or two, and it really worked, and people noticed that I was like slimming down a bit, but I also just felt better. I felt less lethargic. And so if you are looking for something easy to do, just like not be on your phone all the time, not to be in your bed all the time, just start walking and you'll see how good you feel after. And if you don't want to just walk, like you can put Netflix in the background, you can play music, your favorite song. What I do is I like to play like a 20 to 30 minute playlist or like a show or a musical. There are some like shorter musicals, and so you can listen to an entire musical, have a whole like show in your head, and you've just walked for half an hour and you'd even notice the time go. You can also do things like Pilates or weightlifting from home. You don't need a gym subscription. It can be very expensive depending on what type of membership you get, but I have a little playlist on my other art account. But even just moving your arms, moving your body, stretching, I would totally recommend stretching if you have bloating, if you have cramps, and if you just feel very like stiff every day, morning and night. It really helps. Pilates is like very popular right now, but I was doing it like 2 years ago during quarantine, and it's really fun, it's helpful, and it really works out like different muscles that you wouldn't normally work out, because when you weightlift you tend to work out bigger muscle groups, but for Pilates you really work on like, I find, like stability and precision and like agility, I guess. And so there's tons of videos on YouTube that you'll feel way better after doing them and trying them. You can also weightlift. You don't have to go crazy. And it's just a misconception. A lot of women especially think that they'll get very bulky from weightlifting. But in truth, you really won't unless you're really putting in the hours to become strong and huge. Even just lifting up like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, you won't put on a significant amount of weight. Because all those men you look at online when they're huge, like bulging muscles, are lifting like 50 pounds, like 5 days a week. Even like very girly girls I know, they do some cardio, some light weightlifting, and they truly just are happy being too bulky because it's very difficult to get bulky. Number two is to experiment with fashion. Experimenting with fashion is one of my favorite things to do. Just looking at different types of visuals and aesthetics just to see what I really like. And so on screen I have my board for fall 2023 board. This is 2022. We have different aesthetics, like very trendy more, I feel like. I was getting into more girly things, so it's like paler colors, lots of white, black and white, pops of color, like some muted color, lots of knit crochet pieces, which I still love. Jeans or like boot cut, straight leg, shoes with chunky platforms. Just very like standard things that I just really love, and it's just like it's fun to get your sense of style going. But also I know how aggravating it is to feel like you're stuck in a box with what you can style, what you can wear. So for me, I grew up fat, and so I never felt like I could wear different things like all the other girls. And so the past 2 years have been an exploration of becoming more like feminine in appearance, how I present myself, because it really is such a horrible feeling when you walk out into the world and how you present yourself isn't how you want to be perceived. And so I would wear a lot of baggy clothes and just like colors I didn't like. But when I started looking into it, I realized, oh, I actually don't like the type of pattern. I don't like that fabric and things like that. And so now I know, I stay away from velvets. I don't really like loud patterns. I like knit pieces. I like chunky shoes. I like a good pair of jeans with a nice boot cut. I hate straight leg now. Does nothing for me. I'm short. I'm 5'3". I have thick legs. A straight leg will do absolutely nothing for me, but make me look even shorter. What I was thinking is just doing some type of K-pop inspired outfits for a week, just to see how their style is so much different than mine. And yeah, also what I've been doing is thrifting. I went 2 months ago and I got a lot of nice things for like $8. It's very fun to thrift because you find different pieces that you wouldn't normally find, or you find things that you normally couldn't afford. And so I'll find cashmere pieces, Tommy Hilfiger, and so I definitely recommend thrifting if you're looking to get into fashion, just starting, not spending too much, or making like a wish list of things to buy when you finally have money to afford it. Because you genuinely feel so much better when you start dressing how you want to dress and not feeling limited anymore. Number 3 is to find a hobby and improve at it, or to just fall in love with it. For me, my main hobby in life has been drawing and just anything art related. And so I've had different phases where I love to draw. I've tried watercolor, tried sculpting when I was younger. Not really for me. It's a textural issue. Different types of things. And the thing is, you don't have to be good at these things when you start. You can have a goal to improve at every month. Even things like making little crafts and homemade cards, journaling, decorating, photo cards, stickers. It's like different things that just get your creative juices flowing and that you just had fun and have good memories attached to. Because I feel like a lot of the time, people just don't have any hobbies that they like, or they think that they can't pursue any hobbies and they can't have fun. But I reject this notion because you can have fun doing literally anything in life. You can try to bake no-knead breads, you can bake a cake, cupcakes. My 5th thing is to journal and pray. I'm not talking about manifestation and stuff and vision boards, that's just kind of cringe to me. I'm talking about praying to God and journaling. So for me, this really helps my mental and spiritual health because a lot of the time I just feel so bogged down by my problems and whatever I'm struggling with, that once I start journaling it just helps to free up my whole body, my mindset. So like imagine when you were having a really rough day and how bothered that made you, how it affected you, and your whole day was just surrounded by that. It's like bad, negative thoughts, and maybe you want to do something that would like hurt you, or just like really horrible things. I would suggest that you put that into journaling, or you pray about it. And not that these things will like instantly help you and heal you, but it'll definitely help you take a load off of your mental space, because you can only handle so much until you just absolutely like collapse and you're like just done. And so I like to journal every day, even if nothing drastic happens or nothing like crazy happens in my week, just to say, oh, this happened today, this was really fun today, oh, in 2 days I'm going to this appointment, just so that I want to have lists and stuff, things that are bothering me, things I'm stressing about. It's on paper that will really just help you sort out your thoughts. My point is just to reflect on everything and not just ball that up into your mind and just carry it with you. I hope that made sense. I'm worried it didn't make sense, but you can understand, right? And lastly, I have different hairstyles. I love hair now. I've never been good at hair. My mom just like kind of put my hair into 2 puffs and called it a day. And because I have kinky and curly hair, now I have a whole board on Pinterest of different hairstyles I want to try, and inspirations for different like parts, like the zigzag type of part, different ways to tie your hair with gel and products and things like that. And so I would totally recommend to get into that, especially if you have a hair type that you're not used to seeing in media. Making a Pinterest board or taking note of different styles, and just to inspire yourself to not stick to the same hairstyle. Because I went from doing 2 puffs for my whole life until I was about 13, and then I would just ask my mom to do 2 cornrows, and it didn't flatter my face whatsoever. And then I started wearing my hair up into a puff, which looked good, but then you have to keep it sleek, and like it just didn't look good after when I didn't try. And now I've been braiding my hair, tying it back, just trying to experiment more. Taking care of your hair, protective hairstyles when you need to, washing your hair appropriately, combing it out, detangling it, really helps the way your hair looks, how you feel. especially when you're in a rush. You need to go somewhere, and then bam, you don't have to fix your hair. Your hair is like just minimal, like to tie it back, but it's pretty much done. And so it just really helps with time, but also just how you feel. You're less stressed and you feel good too. And so yeah, I'll try to put some videos or like examples of what I'm looking forward to doing this year. And yeah, so thank you for watching, but I hope you guys feel inspired to be your best self this year and not feel like you have to stay the same and stay stagnant, because you really don't have to. Here's to 2024.